All right, how is everyone doing today? Welcome back to another video. And today, what I have for everyone is my full review of the Soundcore by Anker P30i truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds. So today in this video, I'm going to take you guys and gals over everything that I think it's important for you to know about these earbuds. And then I'm going to, at the end of the video, let you guys and gals know whether or not I think these earbuds are worth picking up. So by the end of this video, you guys and gals should know if these earbuds are worth picking up. All right. So without further ado, let's dive into today's full review. So starting off here, the first thing I want to talk about, everyone, is the overall build quality and design of the earbuds. Now, build quality wise, these earbuds are primarily made out of plastic. Okay. So you got a plastic body and you got like a plastic frame, and there is a little bit of metal in the drivers, okay? But other than that, it's an all plastic build here. And I have to say, in terms of the overall build quality, it is top notch, and Soundcore did a great job. It's very lightweight and durable and comfortable for extended listening sessions, okay? Now, talking about the overall design, this is pretty much your standard earbud design, all right? Typical earbud design. The thing that I don't like about this design is that they integrated touch controls. So there's not physical clicky buttons on here, but you do have integrated touch controls. And I have to say, even though it's not my favorite design, the integrated touch controls do work really, really good on here, okay? So that being said, giving you guys and gals my opinion of the overall build quality and design on the whole, I have to say across the board, when we talk about the build quality and design together, I'd have to say it's just really good on these earbuds. Really good indeed. All right. Let's move on to the next category now. Let's go. So up next now, I want to talk about the core features packed into these earbuds. And this is another category where I feel Soundcore did a really good job. They packed in pretty much all the core features that you would like to see in a Bluetooth pair of earbuds here today. Let's run them down. So core feature number one, these bad boys are packing in the latest and greatest Bluetooth 5.4 with a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. Core feature number two, these earbuds do pack in four microphones with AI voice enhancement for crystal clear phone calls, but it's two microphones on each earbud. So I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a microphone right there and there's a microphone up here somewhere, but it's two microphones on each earbud. And I gotta tell y'all, spoiler alert, the microphone performance on these earbuds is top notch. I've done a separate dedicated microphone performance video. If y'all want to check that out, all of my extended coverage on these earbuds will be linked up down below in the video description as well. Okay. But it is touting four microphones built into these earbuds. That's two microphones on each earbud. And I gotta tell y'all, the microphone performance on these is pretty much top notch. Top notch indeed. We're gonna dive into that a little bit later on in the video, but that's core feature number two. Core feature number three, these earbuds are packing IP54 waterproofing, or basically that's just sweat proofing on these earbuds, and it gets the job done. I would have liked to have seen a higher waterproofing rating, but I have taken these earbuds on multiple workouts, multiple runs, and I've gotten them super sweaty, and they still work and perform as if brand new. So although I feel the IP rating on these is kind of low, it gets the job done. But that's core feature number three. Core feature number four, these earbuds do pack in quick charge. So in particular, 10 minutes of charge should give you 2 hours of usage depending on the volume that you use the earbuds at. And I can indeed vouch for that because there were instances where I charged up the case, but I forgot to charge the earbuds. in my 20-minute drive to the gym or whatever I had to do when I wanted to use the earbuds, I had more than enough juice within a 10-minute period to get through whatever I wanted to do, especially a workout. So I can indeed vouch for the fact that these earbuds do support quick charge, and they will indeed give you 2 hours of usage with a 10-minute charge. So that's core feature number four. Core feature number five, the charging case itself does integrate a integrated kickstand, okay, for your devices. So you can use things like a tablet, a smartphone, you name it, with this integrated kickstand. So I can use any one of my smartphones here, and I can use my devices in landscape mode, as you can see right here, okay? Or I can use any one of my devices in portrait mode, as you can see right here, okay? And then also, if you have a thin enough tablet as well, you can put your tablets on here as well and use them with this integrated kickstand or phone stand or whatever you want to call it. They're calling it an internal or external phone stand, so they want you to use it for your phones. But if you have a thin enough tablet, it can work for your tablets as well. And that is a really nice core feature. I've used that to take multiple video calls or multiple regular phone calls in general when I didn't want to hold my device. So that's core feature number five. The charging case does have an integrated phone stand in it. Really good stuff there. All right, let's keep it moving now. Up next, core feature number six, these earbuds do have a built-in ANC, and they do have built-in transparency mode, as well as a dedicated EQ. They have a variety of different preset EQs, as well as a customizable EQ, so you can really dial in the sound to your liking. So that's core feature number six. They got a noise cancellation and built-in customizable EQ modes. All right. Core feature number seven, and now we're getting into my favorite core features on these. These pair of earbuds do give you the ability to use the earbuds in true independent mode, one earbud at a time, or true stereo mode. And core feature number eight, and I was very shocked to see this, you can indeed use these earbuds with two devices connected at one time and use these earbuds simultaneously across both of the devices. I'm going to show y'all how to set that up, and that is a really solid core feature. I really am only used to seeing that feature on headphones. It's really nice to see it come to a pair of earbuds. So I could simultaneously use two devices with this one pair of earbuds. So I've been using my tablets, I've been using my smartphones, any Bluetooth capable device that I want to use, no problems. I've even used my computer in the office, no problems. So that is probably one of my all-time favorite features because that makes these earbuds a productivity beast. All right. But that's core feature number eight. And then finally, core feature number nine, these earbuds do have a dedicated companion application that is available on Android as well as iOS. I'll go ahead and link up the dedicated companion application down below in the video description for you guys and gals to check out. So, regardless of if you're using Android or you're using iOS, you should be able to get the full features with these earbuds. All right, so that's core feature number eight. And that, guys and gals, runs over all of the core features on these earbuds. And again, this is where I say Soundcore did a great job. All right, great job. This basically puts these earbuds in line with a really good pair of Bluetooth headphones. Good stuff here. Good stuff here indeed. All right. Now, let's move on to some more important categories. Up next, now, I just want to talk to everyone about the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these earbuds. Now, I've done a full dedicated fit and sound demo. I'll have that linked up down below for y'all to check out, but I'm just reiterating my opinions from that video. And I have to say, the overall sound quality, volume, and the bass on these earbuds is top notch. Let me explain. is top notch across the board if you're willing to do some tweaking when it comes to the bass. If you just want to pick up these earbuds and use them out of the box with the preset EQs and sound profile that comes on them out of the box, then I would have to say the sound quality is top notch, the volume is top notch, but the bass is just really good. But if you're willing to tweak the bass a little bit or build your own custom EQ to dial in the bass exactly how you want it, then that will bring the bass on these up to top notch. So it really just depends on what you're willing to do. If you want to run it how it is set up out of the box, then the bass on these is just really good. If you're willing to tweak it, then the bass on these then becomes top notch. So across the board, and this is kind of one of those toss up categories, it's either going to be the sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these is really good across the board, or the sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these is top notch across the board, depending on what you're willing to do. All right. And I've tested it both ways. Okay. But that covers the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these. I really had no problems immersing myself in whatever I was doing with these earbuds. No problems whatsoever. Up next now, let's go over the mic quality, or i.e. the overall microphone performance. And this is another area where I have to say Soundcore has done a great job. Now, I've done pretty much any and everything that you can do with these earbuds in regards to the microphone. So I've dictated text messages, I've dictated emails, I've dictated voice commands to all of my different devices. I've taken a variety of different phone calls. I've taken a variety of different video calls, so on and so forth, and it has been an overall enjoyable experience. Okay, and I haven't had any issues. As a matter of fact, I gotta decline this call right now that's coming in while I'm recording this video. I'm gonna have to get back to you, bro. But in regards to the overall microphone performance, the microphone performance on these is top notch. But, and you know I gotta point this out, dictation on Apple products still needs a lot of work. Dictation on Windows or Android products is basically top notch, especially if you have a Pixel device. The dictation and integration with Bluetooth earbuds is top notch. Even the dictation by itself, using just the microphones on the device with the Pixel, is top notch. But the overall microphone performance coming out of the earbuds is top notch. Okay, good stuff there. Good stuff there indeed. Now let's move on now, and I want to walk you guys and gals through the pairing steps with these earbuds. Okay, and we're gonna go over the easiest way that you can pair up these earbuds. But first, let me slide these up a little bit and let's prep our devices. Now, I'm going to demonstrate these pairing steps for everyone with two devices here today. I'm going to demonstrate it on Android with my Pixel 6a, and I'm going to demonstrate it on iOS with my iPhone 11. But these pairing Bluetooth steps are pretty much universal. So it will work on Android, it will work on iOS, it will work on Windows, it will work on Linux, it will even work pairing up the earbuds to something like your car. As long as whatever you're trying to connect the earbuds to has Bluetooth, these steps are going to work. It's just going to look a little bit different depending on the OS or platform that you're trying to connect the earbuds up with. Okay? That's one thing that I want to point out. So before we go over pairing up the earbuds, let's prep our devices. Let's start off with our Android device first. So we just want to wake it up. Going to unlock it with our fingerprint. Now on Android, from your home screen, you just want to swipe down twice to bring up your quick toggles. Okay. You want to tap on the Bluetooth quick toggle one time to turn it on. You can see mine is already turned on. And then you're going to press and hold on it to go into the Bluetooth subsettings menu, right? And then from here, you're going to tap on pair a new device, okay? And this is going to put your Android device into pairing mode, right? As you can see right there. Now we're going to do the same thing on iOS. So we're going to unlock our device with our face unlock, okay? And then we're going to swipe down from the top right to bring up our action center right here. Then we're going to tap the Bluetooth quick toggle one time to turn it on. Then we're going to press and hold on it to take you deeper into the Bluetooth subsettings menu. Press and hold on it again. And then you see this option right down here that says Bluetooth settings. We're going to tap on that. And this will take you into the main Bluetooth settings for your device. Okay. And now your iOS device is ready to pair with the headphones. Now, I've already previously paired the headphones with my devices. I just disconnected it to walk y'all through these steps. But you can see it already popped up with the model number for the earbuds even though it's disconnected. So now what you would do to put the earbuds into pairing mode is you would drop them into the case. Okay. Make sure you see that white LED that indicates they started charging. Then you want to close the case, rest it down for a couple seconds. Okay. Then you want to pick it up. And it doesn't matter which earbuds you take out of the case first. You could do one earbud, you could do both. But as soon as you take them out, they're going to power on and they're automatically going to go into pairing mode. Okay. Then from there, you can see it's already prompted me to connect on my Pixel device because it was already previously connected with my Pixel device. But from here, we're not going to do this right now. We're going to hit cancel. Let's do the iOS device first. Okay. So we're just going to tap on the Soundcore P30i model number and it's going to connect up to our iOS device. Boom. Just like that. Now, to connect up our Pixel device, we're going to turn off Bluetooth on our iOS device. We're going to come back. It's going to automatically go back into pairing mode when you turn Bluetooth off of the first connected device. And you're going to tap on the model number again on your Android device. You're going to tap pair to confirm the pairing process, and then it's going to connect up. Then, to reconnect our first device, we just want to turn Bluetooth back on right here. And then we're going to tap on our connected device again. So Soundcore P30i, and it's going to reconnect right back up. So now you can see it's connected on our iOS device and it is connected. Let me show you here real quickly on our Android device, and you can see it right there. And let me show y'all a few things. So on Android, you get a nice connected status indicator in the main Bluetooth settings. Okay. And you also, if you go home and you swipe down twice to bring up your quick toggles again, you also get your connected device and battery percentage in the Bluetooth quick toggle. All right. Good stuff there. And on your Pixel devices, when you first connect up a pair of Bluetooth earbuds, you get a nice little pop-up widget that lets you know the connected device and its battery percentage. So that's the ways you can see your battery percentage on your Android device. Okay. And then let me show y'all how you can see your battery percentage on your iOS device. So on your iOS device, if you want to see the battery percentage of your connected Bluetooth accessories and you don't have a Bluetooth widget off to the left home screen, I'm not going to slide over my left home screen because you might see some sensitive information up there. But if you want to see it aside from that, you swipe down to bring up your action center. And in the top corner here, next to the battery percentage of your phone, you can see a small battery widget icon for the earbuds. That shows you your battery percentage in a visual format for the earbuds. All right. But even better, if you lock your device and then you wake it up, you can see your connected device and its battery percentage from the lock screen. Okay? Those are the two ways that you can see your connected device and the battery percentage on iOS, as well as the two ways that you can see your connected device and the battery percentage on Android, right? And let me show you guys and gals something else. You can indeed use these earbuds simultaneously across both of these devices. So let me pull up YouTube Music here real quick on my Android device. Okay. And we're going to just turn it down because I don't want any copyright infringement. So we're going to turn it down and we're going to start it on Android. So now it will be playing on Android. You can see it's playing. And then I'm going to do the same thing on iOS. So let me pull up YouTube Music on my iOS device. Okay. Pull this up here. And let me turn it down over here. Again, I don't want copyright infringement over here. So I'm going to turn it down over here as well. And we're going to get this playing, right? So now you have music playing on both devices. And if you want to switch between devices, let's say you want to switch between your Android device to your iOS device, you just have to stop playing music on your Android device and it will continue playing the music on your iOS device. And vice versa. Let's say you want to play music or YouTube videos or what have you on your Android device and you were connected to your iOS device, you just have to pause it on your iOS device and it will continue playing on your Android device when you tap on it. Same thing with voice commands. Okay, you just have to say the voice command for your Android device, or you can say the voice command for your iOS device. Same thing with phone calls. So if I was using my Android device with the device connect with the earbuds connected, and I got a phone call on my Android device, it will pause the music and put the phone call on my Android device. If I was listening to the music on my Android device with both devices connected, and I got a phone call on my iOS device, it will pause the music on my Android device and ring the phone call on my iOS device. And then when I'm done with the phone call on my iOS device, it will continue playing the music on my Android device. So you can indeed use this one pair of earbuds simultaneously across two devices. And I just demonstrated it right here for everyone right there. Okay? So now what I'm going to do for everyone is I've already previously recorded another section of this video where I walk you guys and gals through the companion application for this pair of earbuds. Sorry everyone, can't really talk good today. And I'm going to also walk you guys and gals through the Bluetooth earbud button controls and how you can configure them to your liking. So I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this next section of the video. And I'll come back as soon as I'm done with that section and we'll continue on with the rest of this full review. So give me 1 second. I'm going to cut in that clip and I'll be right back. I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, everyone. In this portion of the video, I just want to take everyone through the companion application for the Soundcore P30i truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds. Now, this companion application is available for Android and iOS. I have the links for it down below in the video description, and you will need to download it and open it to gain full access to your earbuds and full customization capabilities for your earbuds. Now you will not need to make an account. You can skip the account setup process and still gain full access to fully customize the earbuds. Let me walk you guys and gals through it now, and then I'm going to walk you guys and gals through all the Bluetooth earbud button controls. So this is the application right here, the Soundcore application, and as I said, it's available for iOS and Android. So let's launch it. Okay. And then once you launch it, it's going to ask you to make an account. You just go skip, skip, skip. And then it brings you out to this screen here. And then you hit the plus icon to add the earbuds. And then you go through and you find the earbuds that you want to add. Now make sure you put the earbuds into pairing mode based on how I showed y'all through the pairing steps. And then you launch the application and it should find it just like that. And then once you find it, you go through the setup process and then you'll be greeted with this screen right here. And then once you tap on this, you can now customize the earbuds. So you can see I've fully charged the earbuds and we're greeted with that screen. So you can see we got a nice picture of the earbuds and the battery percentage for each earbud. And then right below that, we can control what mode we want the earbuds in. So we have noise cancellation mode, and then we have transparency mode, and then we have normal mode. Right below that, we have our EQ settings, right? So out of the box, we have all of these EQs right here, and then you can see we can make a custom EQ. that we can set up however we would like. Okay? And you don't need an account to set it up. So you can make a custom EQ. Now you do need an account to have it saved, but if you just want to set up an EQ and dial it in for your liking, you can do that without an account. And then once you dial it in, then it will be saved for the device that you dialed it in on. Okay? So you can really dial in the EQ exactly how you would like, and then you can save it, and then you can come back out and select custom EQ, and then that could be what you use. Now, as I said in my Fit and Sound demo, that's what I use for my testing. I use this one, and then I use the signature sound and the bass boost. Okay, those are the three EQs that I used in my time with these earbuds. But we do have more EQs available. So you can see if I tap on the more section, we have 5 EQs that we can set, and then we have a variety of other default preset EQs, right? And Soundcore, we only get access to 5, 6 if you include the custom EQ. Come on, Soundcore, we need at least 7. All right. So let's say you wanted to rearrange these. You can press and hold on it, press and hold on any one of them, and rearrange them like so. Or let's say you want to edit the whole thing in general. We just tap the edit button here, and then you have to subtract 1 so you can add on the next one. But again, you could only have up to 5. All right. And for me, I'd much rather have spoken word, Soundcore signature, bass boost, and hip hop. So let me go ahead and put bass boost back on right here. Bass boost. And then what was the other one I had on? Oh, I had R&B as well. So I had hip hop, R&B, bass boost, Soundcore signature, and spoken word. Okay, because I listen to a lot of audiobooks and I listen to a lot of hip hop and R&B. And then let me go ahead and organize it back how I had it. So let's hit save. All right, just like that. And then let me organize this back how I had it. So I had Soundcore signature at the top. Then we had spoken word. Then we had hip hop right here, R&B, and bass boost right there. So that is how you can select from the pre EQs, and that is how you can make your custom EQ. Now let's go over how you can configure your buttons. So coming out of the EQ mode here, if you go further down, you can see button controls. And these button controls are configurable in 2 different instances, right? So they're configurable in a stereo setup. So when you're using both earbuds at the same time, and you can see how I have mine set up. So I have it set for a single tap on either earbud, gives you play and pause. A double tap on the left earbud goes back to the previous track or restarts the track. A double tap on the right earbud goes to the next track. Okay? Going back over, you can see a triple tap on the left earbud cycles through the ambient mode. So noise cancellation, transparency mode, and normal. Whereas a triple tap on the right earbud will launch the voice assistant. Now this is Google Assistant on Android and it's Siri on iOS. Okay? And then you can see I have a tap and hold or a press and hold for volume down on the left and then volume up on the right. Okay, as you can see right there. And then they do have some preset buttons that cannot be changed. So your answer button cannot be changed and your decline or reject button cannot be changed. So they do have some preset Bluetooth earbud button controls that cannot be changed, but you can configure the earbuds exactly the way you would like, whether you're using the right or the left together or whether you're using it in independent mode. So let me show you something here. So right now I'm using both earbuds, but let's say I take one earbud and I put it away. So let me put the right earbud away. You can see the right one disappears, and now we're using just the left, and you can see my buttons have now changed, right? So you can see I still have one tap for play and pause, but now a double tap gives me next track, a triple tap gives me previous track, and then a tap and hold will bring up the voice assistant on the left. Now, let's say I did the same thing and I just want to use the left earbud. So we take the right earbud out, and you can see it reactivates and it repopulates. And now let's put the left earbud away, and you can see it disappears. And now you can see the right earbud has went to my singular right earbud settings. And you can see the same thing I have for the left is what I have for the right. So a single tap for play and pause, a double tap for next and previous track, a triple tap, a triple tap for previous track, and a tap and hold for the voice assistant. And again, your answer and or declined and reject, those buttons cannot be changed. And then if I ever wanted to go back to using the earbuds in stereo mode, I just take out the earbud, put it back in, and you can see it repopulates, and now it reconfigures back to my stereo setup. So once again, a double tap on the right is next track, a triple tap is the voice assistant, a single tap is play and pause, and then so on and so forth, as I've already went over. And if we go back to the left, same thing. Okay, so the earbuds themselves are fully customizable in either stereo mode usage, both earbuds together, or independent mode usage, using one earbud at a time. All right, so really good stuff there. And I really do like how Soundcore has set up the application. Other than that, they do have a contact link here. So if you tap on it, you can get contact information for Soundcore right here. But there's nothing in there. There hasn't been anything in there since I set up the earbuds. Then getting back out of that, they go into the settings here. And you can see when we go into the settings that we do have access to more options. So we have access to a fit test, so you can make sure you get the ideal fit. We also have access to audio prompts. So you got a touch audio prompt. This way you know when you've touched the earbud to initiate an action. You get an audible prompt for that. Wow, I can't talk today. Sorry, y'all. And then we have a low battery audible prompt. So you'll get a low battery audible prompt at 20% remaining and 10% remaining. So good stuff there. And you can see I have all of those turned on. And then this is the top-notch, top-of-the-line feature right here. We can dual connect these earbuds to more than one device and use them simultaneously. And you guys and gals can see I have actually connected them up to all of the devices that I'm using right now, and it works pretty much flawlessly. All right. And again, all you have to do to get the dual connect to work is do the steps that I went through in the pairing steps portion of the full review, but it works flawlessly. All right. And that, guys and gals, pretty much goes over the companion application. Other things are self-explanatory. So they do have an auto power off function. Now, I disabled that. I don't like it when it auto powers off, especially if I'm switching between devices, because one device dies. So I turn off the Bluetooth and I put it on the charger and connect it to another device. I don't want it to auto power off while I'm doing that. But you can set the auto power off time. So you can set it to 10 minutes, 20 minutes, all the way up to 60 minutes, or you can set it to where it never auto powers off. And that's how I have mine set. And then you do have a find my earbud function. So if you lose the earbuds, but they're connected to your device, and you open up the application and you want to find them, you just tap on the find my earbud feature,
and you can play an audible tone through any earbud that you're trying to find, and it does play it quite loud. Like, to be honest with y'all, I lost this in my room a few days ago, and I could not find it to save my life. And I'm like, ooh, it's still connected in the app. So I was like, okay, let me go find it. I had lost the right earbud that day, and I was like, let me click the Find My Bud feature, and it played really loud. And then the other day, um, I lost it in the sheets in my bed. And I'm like, oh, where is it? I popped about the bed. I'm like, oh man, where is it? I done flopped the sheets. I'm trying to have it flop out on the bed. It wasn't in there. It it got swallowed up in my pillowcase. So it was in my pillowcase on my pillow. And I'm like, what? So I played the sound and I'm like, I can hear the sound coming out. And I'm like, oh, it's in the pillowcase. I'm like, oh yeah. So having this Find My Earbud feature, this really has come in clutch for me in my time with the earbuds. All right? And that, guys and gals, pretty much goes over the companion application. The rest of this stuff is self explanatory. And that pretty much goes over the Bluetooth earbud button controls. Now, I'm going to cut back into the full review and we're going to continue on with the full review of these earbuds. I hope you guys and gals find it helpful. I hope you guys and gals have found this portion of the video helpful. And I will see you guys on the other side. Peace for now.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to the full review. And now let's continue on with the rest of this full review. So we went over the pairing steps, we went over the companion application, and we went over the Bluetooth earbud button controls and how you can configure them. And now let's dive into the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength. Now, in terms of the Bluetooth, as I said before, these earbuds are packing in Bluetooth 5.4 on board, so the latest and greatest Bluetooth, and they have a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And I gotta say, in my testing and in my experience, the overall range and strength on these earbuds has been top notch. I haven't had any issues in regards to the Bluetooth. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. Okay, so the overall Bluetooth range and strength on these earbuds is top notch in my opinion. Okay, let's keep it moving now. Up next, now let's talk about the overall durability of these earbuds. Now, in my time with these earbuds, I have put them through the ringer. Unfortunately, in terms of drop durability, I have not dropped these earbuds. Let me knock on wood. And y'all know, if y'all are returning viewers, that's a big accomplishment for me because I'm Mr. Super Clumsy. But I have not dropped these earbuds in my time with them. That being said, I have taken them on multiple workouts. As I've said, I have used them around the house and for the daily work that I do. And I have fallen asleep with the earbuds on because I like to listen to audiobooks to go to sleep and self help books and meditation. And it has survived no problems. And for me to say it survived no problems, especially when we talk about falling asleep with the earbuds on, is a big accomplishment because I am a horrible sleeper. Okay, I'm a horrible sleeper. I toss, I turn, I don't sleep well. So for these earbuds to survive the sleep test, that's just a testament to how good the overall durability is. But unfortunately, like I said, I haven't dropped them, so I can't give y'all the durability from a droppage standpoint. But I can tell y'all that you still want to be extremely careful when you're handling these because all it does take is one good drop. But if you're clumsy like myself, or you fall asleep like myself with your earbuds in, these earbuds should survive no problem. No problem whatsoever. Okay? So in regards to the overall durability, I would have to say the durability on these is top notch. Okay, let's keep it moving now. Let's go. So up next now, I want to dive into another important category for everyone, and I want to go over the overall battery life and the overall charge times of these earbuds. Now, before we talk about my experience and how I use the earbuds and I talk about my overall results, we have to talk about the overall manufacturer's estimates. All right. Now, Soundcore estimated that these earbuds should last you guys 10 hours on a single charge. All right? And including the charging case, they should get you an additional 45 hours. So you should have a combined total. I said that wrong. 10 hours on a single charge, 45 hours including the charging case. So if you do the math here, you get 10 hours and then another 35 hours including the charging case for a grand total of 45 hours. All right. That means that the charging case should get you about an additional 4.5 charges. Okay. And then they also went ahead and stated that the earbuds should charge up in about 2 hours, and the charging case via the USB Type C port, which I'm very happy to see that, should also charge up in about 2 hours. So thank you, Soundcore, for giving me all the estimates. Well, y'all didn't really give it to me. I had to go out there and do the research because it wasn't really included in the included user manuals or quick start guide. So I can't really say thank you, but it's a good thing that that information was widely available on the internet, but it is what it is. But that's what Soundcore stated in regards to the battery life and the overall charge times of these earbuds. Those are the manufacturer's estimates. Now, moving on to my particular results, which when I use these earbuds, I tested them at 35% volume and 50% volume, respectfully. And I pretty much consider what I do with Bluetooth accessories to be extremely heavy usage. I'm taking a lot of phone calls, I'm dictating a lot of text messages, I'm dictating a lot of emails, I'm watching a lot of movies, I'm streaming a lot of TV shows. I am pretty much doing any and everything that you can do with a pair of Bluetooth earbuds, and that's all throughout a 24-hour period. Okay, so when I use earbuds or Bluetooth accessories, I use them in pretty heavy usage. All right, and in regards to my overall battery life with the earbuds, I was kind of disappointed. Now, I averaged between just under 9 hours and just under 10 hours with these earbuds. I'll put up my results in the video and post. And then, including the charging case, I averaged between 35 and just under 40 hours with the charging case. So, in both instances, I fell just short of Soundcore's estimates, all right, for stereo mode usage. Now, with independent mode usage, using the earbuds one after the other, yeah, I made that no problem. But, and this is where I say I was disappointed, I really want to see the 10 hours plus estimate in stereo mode usage as well as independent mode usage. So, sure, I was able to get the manufacturer's estimates in independent mode usage. I should be able to because I'm hypermiling the earbuds, using them one after the other. But I also want to get the manufacturer's estimates in stereo mode usage because it really shouldn't matter how I use the earbuds. I should get at least 10 hours plus battery life with any or all of my Bluetooth accessories. This way, even if I forget to charge the earbuds, I don't have to worry because I still got battery life left. Okay, that's why having 10 hours of battery life on all Bluetooth accessories is the bare minimum that I look for when I'm reviewing Bluetooth accessories. It doesn't matter if it's a Bluetooth speaker, a pair of Bluetooth headphones, a pair of Bluetooth earbuds. I want that extra assurance that I'll have battery life even if I forget to charge it. Okay, so the battery life was good because technically it hit the manufacturer's estimates, but it didn't do so in stereo mode and independent mode usage. It only did it in independent mode usage. So I was kind of disappointed by that. And that's why I think the battery life does need a little bit of improvement. Now, disclaimer, like I said, we all use our devices and products differently, and I use my devices and products with extremely heavy usage. So your guys and gals results may vary. I think I said that. I say that in all of my videos these days, but your guys and gals results may vary if I didn't say that already. But with heavy usage, I feel as though you should be able to easily get 10 hours plus of battery life, regardless of how you want to use the earbuds. That's why I was slightly disappointed that I couldn't get a average 10-hour plus battery life with the earbuds in stereo mode, even though I was able to do that in independent mode. Okay. So the battery life does need some improvements, in my opinion. Now, jumping over to the charge times, and again, I was surprised and disappointed as well. Now, in regards to the charge times, when we talk about charging the charging case, first of all, at this price, we're going to talk about the price in a little bit. Why is there no wireless charging? Okay. I was disappointed there's no wireless charging on this. Secondly, when we talk about charging, charging up the charging case is going to take anywhere from 2 hours to just over 2.5 hours, at least in my testing, which was done with a fast charger of some sort, right? And charging up the earbuds, it took basically an hour and a half to charge up the earbuds. So I was pleasantly surprised by the speed at which the earbuds charged, but I was disappointed at the speed in which the charging case charges. Okay? So again, I was surprised and disappointed in regards to the charge times for both. Also, I was really disappointed by the indicators for charge levels with these earbuds. Now, the only way you could tell the charge for the earbuds is by connecting them to your device and checking it in the Bluetooth settings of your device, or connecting them to your device and checking it in the application, right? So either you're going to check it in the Bluetooth settings, or you're going to check it with the companion application. That's the only way you can check the battery life with these earbuds. I was disappointed by that. And then to make matters worse, checking the battery life on the charging case is worse than that. So the only way you can tell if the charging case is charged is when you plug it in, it flashes a green LED to indicate that it's charging. So it starts flashing this green LED that indicates that it's charging. And then when the charging case is fully charged, that green LED turns into a solid LED. Okay. Other than that, if you want to check the charging status of the case, again, you have to connect it to the companion application to see the charging status of the case. I don't like that. I feel as though that's very confusing. I feel as though they should have put in a percentage readout indicator for the earbuds and a percentage readout indicator for the charging case. Something similar to what they have on these right here. These earbuds right here have a built-in percentage readout display for not only the charging case, but also for the earbuds. And I feel as though these earbuds, which are way more expensive, should have definitely been able to pack in that feature. And I was kind of disappointed that they did not. Also, I was very disappointed that for this price, which is something we're going to talk about in a little bit, they don't have wireless charging built in. I've reviewed a bunch of other earbuds that were more inexpensive than this, but they also had wireless charging. So I was disappointed by that. So in regards to the overall battery life and the charge times, we went over that, and we went over the things that surprised me and the things that disappointed me. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and continue on with the rest of the full review. So, real quickly here, before we talk about the pricing, the availability, and I get into sharing my final thoughts and making an overall recommendation, I just want to briefly summarize the positives and the negatives of these earbuds, and then we're going to get into the last category of the full review. So, if you guys and gals watch no other part of this full review, as long as you watch these next two categories, you should get a really good overall general idea of how I feel about these earbuds. That being said, Disclaimer: I am not perfect and I never claim to be. So if you guys and gals pick up these earbuds and you experience a positive that I did not mention in this video, and or you experience a negative that I did not mention in this video, please leave your feedback down below in the comments. Only through providing our feedback can we get overall improvements on the products and devices that we spend our hard earned money on. Okay? And I'll have a full list of the positives and the negatives thrown up in post in the video. So please feel free to pause the video wherever you see the list that you're interested in. Okay? Real quick disclaimer there because I may or may not catch everything. But let's run down these positives. Let's run down these negatives. Let's go. So, talking about the positives first, and this is pretty much going to be a summary of everything that I've talked about in this video. The overall build quality and design is really good. Overall, these earbuds incorporate a really solid core feature set in them. The overall sound quality, volume, and the bass on these is really good to top notch if you're willing to do some tinkering. The overall microphone performance on these is top notch. The overall Bluetooth range and strength on these is top notch. The overall durability on these is top notch. Okay. And the overall um, charge times on these and the overall battery life on these, uh, oh no, I'm not gonna put it in this category because it did hit the manufacturer's estimates, so you could say it's good. But as I said, it didn't hit the estimates in both use case scenarios. It hit the estimates in independent mode usage, but it didn't hit the estimates in stereo mode usage. So I'm actually going to put it in the negative category. But you could say it's really good battery life because it can hit it. But for me, because it didn't hit it in both use case scenarios, I'm not going to put it in the positives. So other than that, the last positive of these earbuds is that these earbuds are available for a really great price. Price, again, something we're going to talk about in a little bit here. Moving on, talking about the negatives of these earbuds, the battery life definitely needs some overall improvements. You should be hitting the same battery metrics with heavy usage, and whether you're using the earbuds together or separately, you should be hitting the same battery metrics. And for me, it has to be at least 10 hours or above. So the overall battery life on these does need some improvements. That's the first negative. And then the second negative is there's no percentage readout indicator for the earbuds or the charging case, and there's no wireless charging for the charging case. So those are the three negatives that I ran across in my time with these earbuds. Okay? So that goes over the positives of these earbuds, and that goes over the negatives of these earbuds. And in my opinion, the positives of these earbuds vastly outweigh the negatives. All right, let's keep it moving now. Up next now, let's dive into the final part of this review. Let's talk pricing. Let's talk overall availability. Let me get into sharing my final thoughts and make an overall recommendation. Now, in the interest of full disclosure and in the interest of keeping it straight 100, like I always do, I have to let everyone know that this was another product that came into the channel thanks in large part to the Amazon Vine program. So this product came into the channel free of charge. All I had to do was use the product and write up and submit my honest review to be published on Amazon, and then these earbuds were mine to keep. That being said, I did do my due diligence and I scoured the internet and I found these earbuds available in a variety of different colors and all at one really good price. So these earbuds are available in, let me count them up. Let me count them up. They're available in, because I don't want to mess it up, one, two, three, four, five different colors. Now, when I saw these on the Amazon Vine review request catalog, they were only available in the pink color that you see here, but they are available in five other colors. So these earbuds come in black, they come in blue, which is like a baby blue. They come in green, which is like a dark military green. They come in the pink, which is what y'all see here. And then they come in white. All right. And regardless of whatever color you decide to go with, guys and gals, the price on these is going to be $49.99. So basically, $50 if you want to make it easier. And I'm going to try and get these videos out as fast as possible because as of the recording of this video, which is June 2nd, these earbuds do have a $10 off coupon on Amazon for all of the colors. So it's $50, but if you include that $10 off coupon, it's actually $40. Keep in mind that does not include the taxes or shipping and handling wherever applicable. All right. But for that price, now that we've went over the pricing and availability, can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up these earbuds? I would have to say yes. Yes, indeed. Are these earbuds perfect? No, but they are a really good pair of earbuds and they do deliver a really solid package for the price that they're asking for. Okay? So can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up these earbuds if you're in the market for new full featured earbuds? I would have to say yes, yes indeed. All right, everyone, that does it for today's full review. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed the video. I hope you guys and gals found it helpful. If you did, you guys know what to do. Please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. And that shows the YouTube algorithm to recommend my videos to more people. So if you enjoyed the video and or you found it helpful, give the video a thumbs up and that will show YouTube that this video is helpful and to recommend it to more people. That being said, if this video piqued your interest, all the links to my extended coverage as well as my affiliated buy links will be available down below in the video description. So as the name implies, if you guys and gals make your purchases using those affiliated buy links, I do get a small percentage of commission that I do put back into the channel, and that's at no additional cost to you guys and gals. Also, if you guys and gals would like to see any or all of my other extended coverage on these earbuds, all of my extended coverage will be linked up down below in the video description, as well as because this video is over 35 minutes, this video will be fully timestamped for your convenience. So please feel free to check out the timestamps down below in the video description so you can jump around to different parts of the video that you would like to know more about. Today's video was recorded with the rear and front facing cameras on the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE in 1080p at 30 FPS with Bluetooth audio connected up. We are using the built-in microphones on the iDisc E11A truly wireless Bluetooth earbuds to record the audio for today's video. So please let me know what you think of the overall video quality coming out of the S21 FE and the overall audio quality coming out of the microphones on the iDisc E11A down below in the comments. As always, all your feedback is greatly appreciated. All right, I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in the next one. Have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Peace. Woo! Honestly, even though these earbuds have their shortcomings, these are a really solid pair of Bluetooth earbuds for the price. And like I said, I was pleasantly surprised because these earbuds also pack in the same features as what I would expect to see from a really good pair of Bluetooth headphones. So, oh yeah, this is some good stuff. Have a good one, everybody. Catch y'all on the next one. We're out of here. Peace.